Hey guys, how's it going? There's been recent news lately that the new Tomb Raider may not be that good, or is actually decent. Anyway, question is, do video game movies, do they all suck? I know, that one did, but yet I enjoyed it. There's some enjoyability, just something we can all enjoy with these video games going into film. But yet films that try to play in of being a video game, not even licensed one, let's say Jumanji, that was actually really good. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Just several others, especially recently coming up at the end of the month is going to be Ready Player One. I'll be doing a review of that. I'm excited for that one because I have read the book, but early reaction for that film is positive. Point being, will Tomb Raider finally break that curse? Me personally, I don't know. I haven't seen the film yet. There's some things going on in the theater where I live at, so I won't be able to see it maybe until next week. But there are some video games that have gone in the right direction for me personally. From Hitman Agent 47, even though it is really corny and just eye-rolling, just a lot of WTF moments in that film, it does stay true to the character and to the universe of the games. But it's not perfect. None of these movies that are based on our video games that we all love are perfect. Resident Evil, for instance, was not perfect. I only enjoyed the first two live-action movies. The rest that came afterwards were just dumb, fun movies. Just ridiculous. And thank goodness that those films are over with, and there have been talks of a reboot of the franchise. Hopefully they might do it again. Me, I kind of want a Netflix series for the Resident Evil. I would love that. That would be awesome. But there have been other different video game adaptations of that, which are these. These are really good. Third one, but they're all still pretty good. They're all worth checking out. Assassin's Creed I thought was going to be interesting. It had a good beginning, had a good middle. It lost me at that third act of the movie where it just was bad. Another video game adaptation I thought was actually good and just was over bloated and just too long was Warcraft. Warcraft, I thought, holy cow, this might actually be good. This might actually be decent. And it actually was decent. It was a decent film. It was just overblown with too much information and too much of it saying, we need a franchise, we need a franchise, we need a franchise, we need another sequel. Too much of that. You don't need to do that. There is a story to these video games. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. There's some films that, have gotten it right. As I mentioned, Resident Evil, it got the atmosphere, it got the look, it got what the first games really were about. And not only that, the film is actually, and this is according to Paul W.S. Anderson, the director, they are prequels. It's a prequel to the very first game, which really didn't help him because during that same year of 2002, there was Resident Evil 0 that came out for the GameCube, which is a prequel before Resident Evil 1. Anyway, besides that, Doom, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the look of it. It was not the hell. There was no hell. There were just DNA things going on. It was basically just a steroid Resident Evil ripoff mixed in with Aliens and Predator. But I enjoyed it. It's one of those guilty pleasures that you just can't help enjoy. And I'm trying to think of another one. I can't say really of bowl movies because House of the Dead was just trash. But if he came out saying, oh, the movie's going to be trash, the movie is going to be funny, just dumb action, B horror movie comedy, it probably would have been decent, but instead he came out saying, "Oh no, it's got action, it's got horror." He could have mentioned that there were clips from the actual arcade game in that movie, which were the movie to me was just a bad music video. And somebody did a lot of acid, especially with the fights. They're all wasting their ammo before they get to the shack, even though they say it's a house, it looks like a shack. But anyway, I've only mentioned a few that are decent, and if you like them, let me know. What video game movies did you like? I, for one, love Mortal Kombat to this day, despite how cheesy it is. It was a really well done representation of the video game from the 90s. I know a lot of people will say, no, it wasn't rated R. Well, the studio was thinking about money. PG-13, you get more people in the seats, and you make more money, which is why we will never, ever, ever, ever mention Mortal Kombat Annihilations. Even though I just did mention it right now, but forget I even mentioned it. You're already going to forget it anyway. Let's see. Silent Hill was another good one. I've only seen half of the film. I have seen gameplay. I have seen others play the game. I know the story. They just did a good switch on that. And it was actually really good. I gotta look it up and rewatch it again. Let's see. What are other good video games that have been into film? I've already mentioned Hitman. Oh yeah, Hitman 2007 was more for the look of blood money, I would say. Story wasn't really that compelling at all. Tomb Raider. Since we're talking about Tomb Raider, let's go back and talk about the Angelina Jolie movie. That's just a dumb, fun movie. Popcorn movie. You want to see some dumb action. You want to see terrible dialogue. Even though the characters are even aware where the main villain is like, my ignorance amuses me. Even Lara Croft's tech guy even said, my ignorance amuses me. Like, doesn't even understand what he's saying, is just stupid. The whole movie's stupid, but it's an enjoyable, dumb, stupid movie. Second one I have not seen at all, and I still don't want to see it. And I have to mention Street Fighter. What can I say about Street Fighter than just Street Fighter? I can't even say Double Dragon was even a good one. Double Dragon was just garbage, in my opinion. I'm sorry if I offended anybody who loves Double Dragon, but Double Dragon just wasn't that good. Double Dragon was bad. It was just bad. Man. But we've come so long after these 2 decades. 2 decades of video games becoming films. And either they're hits or they're misses, they find an audience. I mean, hell, Resident Evil found an audience, but it was just an audience of people who never even picked up the video games and even played them. And what's even worse is that Resident Evil 4 was trying to be like the first Resident Evil film, with Leon dodging lasers and all, and some of that little reference that we were getting from that game. Oh my goodness, man. It's hard to talk about this genre, but there are some good ones out there. There are some good ones out there, and hopefully you watch this and make me a list. Show me which ones that were good, which ones that were decent, which ones that you thought that were really awesome and that I'm wrong about. I know I am wrong about the first 2 Resident Evil movies. Even as a fan, I know some other fans are just like, that's blasphemy. How could you even say that? It's a kind of a good idea where he was coming from, Paul W.S. Anderson, is why not just go pick up the game again and play it? Because there is a better story in the first game, but his is a prequel, have all those characters he created, have those characters die off, and have his lead actress, and the chick he ended up marrying, and always steals all the screen time, and everybody says, oh, she has character. What is her character besides every single film we get introduced of her? My name is Alice. I used to work with the Umbrella Corporations. We don't care. We know. Every single movie we know you worked for the Umbrella Corporations. There's nothing really there. But it was a good idea to take her character and have her meet up with the other Resident Evil characters. Basically, her going into the universe of the games, which is why I like the second film. I knew when the second film was going to come out, it's going to be cheesy, it's going to be action, it's going to be over the top. It's going to be within the universe of the game, which the pictures, I remember looking it up on the internet and seeing STARS members, not Chris or any of them, but seeing Jill, seeing Nemesis, seeing Carlos Oliveira, seeing Nikolai. Just seeing all those things just got me excited. And I knew what I was getting out of it. And I enjoyed it. Third one, not so much. Fourth one, not really. Fifth one, just stop. And the final chapter, thank goodness it's the final chapter. It's been done, it's been over with, so that way they can reboot it. But at least we got the full-length CGI ones we can enjoy. I know Final Fantasy fans loved Advent Children. I've never really played in the Final Fantasy games. I know I'm going to get butchered for that. I've never played any of them, but I can see the appeal to it. The fantasy and just the world and the look and the gameplay from some gameplay I've seen on Twitch. And even my other friends in the past who have played. I only played the demo. I know that doesn't count. I played a demo of the game, if you guys remember, because I'm about to say something that's old. When demo games were released onto magazines. If any of you recall that, please let me know. Underground Games is what it was called. And I remember playing a demo of one of the Final Fantasy games on it for the PlayStation 1. And I was like, holy cow, this is actually really good. But there were other demos on that game that caught more of my attention. Spider-Man, Siphon Filter 2, Tony Hawk Underground 2. Just several other games that caught my eye rather than some of those. Also, another guilty pleasure of mine, I will say, is Max Payne. I thought Max Payne was actually good. The only thing that was missing in Max Payne was the action. I was wanting the John Woo action that I got from the video game. We got too much of that stupid slow motion where it's really just overkill slow motion and just laughable when Marky Mark is just jumping in the air, cocking this shotgun very slowly and shooting, cocking again, shooting, cocking again, shooting, and finally gets the guy. It needed more action for it, but at least some games, if the story is simple, they can do a well enough adaptation and expand it. Hell, I mean, the closest video game adaptation I've seen of a game I really love is Army of Two. That's basically the Expendables, in my opinion. Other people would say, no. That's a Gears of War movie. And they're not wrong. But those are my thoughts. And when I mean, like I said, I'm on Stardust, and if you guys go ahead and check out my reactions on there. I know I haven't been on it lately. I've been too busy gaming. I will be streaming tonight. Hopefully you check that out on my Twitch channel. And also my YouTube channel, this channel that I'm currently doing this stuff on. And I know I'm a bit camera shy. Please forgive me, as I'm still getting used to this, even though it's been about a year of posting some videos that you guys have seen. But yeah, hopefully when I go see Tomb Raider, it is a step in the right direction. And so far, early reviews I've seen of it, people are saying it actually is decent. It actually is good. You know, it's like the main actress who plays Lara Croft is amazing at it. And of course she's amazing. She's an Academy Award winning actress. Deus Ex Machina, come on. Not Deus Ex Machina, I should say. I love Deus Ex Machina. Anyway, please comment, like my video, share my video.